Is the new X-Men team an unlimited disappointment? Are the Asgardians now worth building, and what should you do with your Dark promo credits? We're answering these questions along with some Dark Dimension picks, tracking whether you're on pace to finish all these milestones and the rest of your mailbag questions, because it is Mailbag Monday. So if we're ready for all of it, find that like button and you know what to do. Let's go smash it!
ValleyFlyin.
Hello, Valley Maniacs. What is up? I am ValleyFlyin. Welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. If this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button for more great Marvel Strike Force content. We put up at least 5 Marvel Strike Force videos per week on this channel, but usually it's a lot more. So hit that subscribe button for more great content and hit that notification bell if you want to get notified as soon as a new video goes up. But it is Monday. It is time to answer your questions from the mailbag. There are a few things that I want to discuss before we get to all of those awesome questions, though. And if you do want to leave a question for one of these videos that we do every single week, make sure you're a member of the Discord. Go to the mailbag question channel, leave your question there, and it could be featured on one of these videos. But I do want to talk about this latest team that everybody's working on, this Unlimited X-Men. We got the reveal for the 5th member of this team on Friday, and I gotta say, while they look like they'll be very, very good on the team together in Cosmic Crucible, kind of makes me wonder what value they're going to have in Marvel Strike Force outside of this Unlimited X-Men team and outside of Cosmic Crucible. So many of their kit and of the effects of their kits are tied to Cosmic Crucible, and Sunfire no different. A little disappointed by his kit. He looks pretty good, but his cooldown is very long. 10-turn cooldown here. His ultimate 6-turn cooldown. This coupled with some very long cooldowns for Rogue. 5-turn cooldown on our ultimate, 6-turn cooldown on our special, and if we go all the way back to Gambit, his kit looks okay, but as I looked at Rogue's kit and as I looked at these characters, trying to visualize how I'm going to use these outside of Cosmic Crucible, and if there have some value outside of this full Unlimited X-Men team, I'm really not seeing it. I'm not really hyped for this team. While there are some cool characters, as far as their actual use in the game, it's really making me question how good these guys are. So yeah, I'm a little disappointed with this team, and let me know your thoughts. Am I alone here, or do you guys feel that disappointment or that non-hype with this Unlimited X-Men team? We are going to talk about these Asgardians in just a little bit. They are a dirty war defense team, but are they more exciting than the Unlimited X-Men? We're going to answer that in just a little bit, but I do want to talk about these milestones. We have milestones going on right now. We have the Roland Rebel milestones, Coordinated Assault, and Victory Blueprint. These are the main ones that award disco balls for this main Roland Rebel milestone. So we go on here to see if you're on pace. This is 50,000 points over the course of the month. So if you divide that by 30 days, and I know you're gonna get some spikes with these different events, like with these earrings and things like that. So this isn't a pure gauge, but around 1,667 per day is what you're going to need to complete all of these. And if you calculated that out by how long this has been live, you should be at 8,333 at server reset today. There's been a few of these one core offers, and of course we have these other events going on, the Coordinated Assault and Victory Milestone. Let's talk about this Coordinated Assault. It has been live for 1 day, and this is an alliance-wide milestone. You're going to need to get 100,000 points, I believe, for all of this. Yes, to get all the points, 100,000. If you divide that by 7 days, that means per day 14,286 per day. And if you're above that at server reset today, well, you're ahead of the pace. If you're behind that, then encourage your alliance mates to spend more ISO 8 energy. And last but not least, this is the one that's been going on for a while. Only 2 more days left at server reset today, which means that there's not a lot of time. Now, if you want to complete all the milestones, you're going to really have to push for this. You probably had to be pushing for the previous 5 days, but this is probably a whale only, these last 2 milestones. But if you want to complete all of them, 27,143 per day, and that means you need to be at 135,714 at server reset today. But if you're just going for the big one, the earring, that is at milestone 30 there, what you're going to need is 14,714 per day if you just want to get to milestone 30 for that earring, because that is the big one. That is what's going to hopefully get you enough points to complete all the Roland Rebel milestones at the end of the month. But at server reset today, where you should be if you're just going for milestone 30, 73,571. And there's a few things that you can make up with some of the things like purchasing your war energy in the Stark Tech, purchasing your war credits with the Stark Tech in your war store. You could do something like that. We also, don't forget this though, in the inbox, your daily rewards, you also have these Pride Month. You also have 10,000 or 5,000 war credits, which is going to be 10,000 points. So this victory blueprint, not the best one to do it day by day, but yeah, if you are calculating it day by day, just for the ease of it, 14,000 per day and 73,000 just for that earring there. Obviously, there are going to be some spikes based on war and non-war days, but that is where you should be. All right, now that we're up to date, let's go take a look at your questions from the mailbag, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yes. All right. First question, Valley, my guy. Let's go 13 for 13. Let's do it, my brother. 4 days ago, I started to notice that I could not claim my A-Force milestone. Every time I click on it, it would blink nonstop and reset and not allow me to claim. Do you think this is them trying to stick it to me? Because I got a response after 2 days, and this is what I received. So this sounds like something similar to what I was going through. Not for the A-Force milestones, unfortunately, because that's crap if they didn't award it to you. I had something similar to that with my inbox messages. I was not able to claim them. So let's see what the customer service said to you. Now, sometimes you get some good customer service responses. Sometimes you don't. Brian, I think it's known in the community that Brian's responses aren't good. So if you get Brian, you're a little unlucky. Let's see what Dave said, though. This is Dave. Thank you for reaching out to us. I'd like to also apologize for the delayed response. Assist you with your concern accordingly. Kindly provide us with more insight to the specific milestone levels you are unable to claim. If you already have screenshots or could take some, I'll get this over to the team. Looking forward to your response. If there's anything I could assist you with, please let us know. So I sent him screenshots. I've heard nothing. This was 2 days ago. Should I be concerned that I won't be able to claim these milestones? And have you heard of this happening to anyone? Not specifically with the A-Force milestones, but like I said, with the inbox messages, there were some issues that I had. I know some other people were complaining about that as well. And then your response, it wasn't until I said I would reach out to you and others that I got a response, but that was 2 days ago. It's not that they could ignore a fan base like this. And if it wasn't for the fact that I led an alliance, I would quit because of this. All right, so when I did my response to customer service, it took over a week to get all the stuff that I missed out on because it wasn't working. So, and I think they know me there. Not that it means anything. Everybody that plays should be on an equal footing. But, you know, I put my name. I put that I was streaming when the stuff happens, usually when I have bugs. And, you know, they still take a while to get back to me. I know with the specific issue with the inbox messages, they said that it was a known issue. They're working on it. And it took about a week of me following up and saying, hey, what is going on with this? Hey, I'm not spending money because you guys haven't responded yet. This is crap. These rewards, they don't mean a lot in the game, but just because I wasn't able to claim them, it does mean a lot. And your inefficiency to respond to me is not making things better. I was writing messages like that. And then eventually I got the response, and one of the things wasn't correct. One of the compensations that sent me wasn't correct. It's supposed to be raid health, or it's supposed to be raid energy, but they sent me raid health. I was like, thank you, they got it wrong, and I was polite. I wasn't expecting to get the raid energy, but they sent that to me anyway. So sometimes you get good ones, and sometimes you get bad ones, but I would wait a week, because I know that's what it took me. And hopefully they got back to you about these A-Force milestones. They're not in the game anymore, but hopefully, even if they're not in the game, they are able to reward you with some of these things. And hopefully they got it figured out before the A-Force milestones ended. All right, next question. Hey, ValleyFlyin, I am Hulk Smashing from St. Louis, Missouri. Hulk Smash back from the Dallas, Texas area, brother. My questions. I've got over 3,000 dark promo credits, so do I take my Ultron to 5 red star? Or wait for Rogue and use it on her? So I would wait for Rogue. I mean, you have enough for Rogue. I believe if you don't use any promo credits or before she is released, that's going to be 1,200 credits to take her from 4 to 5. But yeah, and I believe the cap is 5,000. So you still got some way to go. I don't think Ultimus is worth it. I don't think Ultron is worth it. Unless you have some use that I don't have for them in a game. If you have some secret use of Ultron or Ultimus, then maybe it is worth it for you. But as far as what I know about both of those characters, not worth it. I would just hoard and you know you're gonna need it for after Rogue, at least 2 more Horsemen, and then maybe with another Dark Dimension character, they'll add them to Dark promo credits. Maybe Doom, they'll give another star. So I would hold it off for characters that you're actually using, and not just use it because you're getting close to the cap, and you're actually not super close to the cap. So save, my brother. All right, yo, Valley, about to enter the Cosmic section in Dark Dimension 5, and I'm either gonna bring Magic or Nebula as my 5th. I skipped the Ravagers altogether. Who do you think has more value outside of Dark Dimension 5? And Magic asks, who are the other 4? And Carl says Eternals, Kestrel, and Phyla. Now for Dark Dimension, I think you should be good on either of them. The big ones that are gonna carry your team are gonna be the Eternals and Kestrel. Phyla's gonna add a little bit, and either Nebula or Magic will add a little bit to your team. And I guess my question back to you is not your other 4, is where are you using these characters? Magic is going to be better on a full Uncanny X-Men team, primarily for war offense, and maybe some other uses in Crucible, maybe other uses in Tower Mode, maybe even in Pocket Dimension if those kind of characters have a tag that is useful in Pocket Dimension. So if you're going to use Uncanny X-Men, bring them and have some plans for them. Magic, I think, is the better character. Nebula obviously is going to be better on the Infinity Watch. So, and I don't think either of these characters have a lot of value outside of their team. Maybe Nebula because she has a tech tag kind of by default. And just thinking this in my head, for me, it would be Nebula because I value my Infinity Watch a lot more than my Uncanny X-Men. I built them up all the way back when they were arena meta, and I still use them. They're still one of the better teams in the game right now. So Infinity Watch for me because I use Nebula on a team, and she has a tech tag that I could use her in Doom. So for me, it'll be Nebula, but if you have some big use for your Uncanny, then go with Magic, especially if you're not using your Infinity Watch. But I think the better choice should not be thinking specifically about Dark Dimension, think about where you're gonna use these characters after that, and that should help you get the answer that you need for your roster. All right, hey, ValleyFlyin, question. Why is Drew the rumored guy hasn't been around for a minute? Did he run out of nice UG rumors or trying to get some rumors we don't know about yet? I have heard he's always trying to get rumors, but you know, as you haven't seen him on the channel recently, I guess he's not very successful with them. He may be doing too many frothies, but hey, if you guys know any rumors that you could help Drew out with, or know anybody that would have any rumors, I think you'd be very appreciative of it. But the latest I heard, he's looking for more rumors. He has not found any though, so I guess he needs some help, guys. If you know anybody, if you are at Scopely or at Boundless and would like to reach out to Drew to give him some hints, hey, reach out to him, let him know, because yes, I don't know what he's doing. I guess he's having too many frothy times and hasn't found the rumors that we want, that we all want. Hey, Valley, out of curiosity, does buying war credits from the war sword count towards the milestone? Yes, it did during the last time we had a sort of war attacking type of milestones that we did for the A-Force event, and it does for this one as well. So it does, and yeah, Unksnir is right, it does. And yes, so save that. If you have a lot of extra Stark tech, you could buy these, but I noticed with this latest milestone, I'm running out of Stark tech, so use it wisely, especially if you're very close to clearing the next milestone tier that you're at. All right, I have never had the pleasure of having to use Scopely support before. Oh, you are so lucky, my friend. When trying to get a support's help with solving the issue of unredeemable maintenance compensation, what are the best support menu options to get resolved? And I entered this on stream, and the answer is right here. So thank you for the question, and thank you for placing the answer, because honestly, I wouldn't have remembered what my answer was. But all right, so when they asked for the automated response, it is about a missing item. The item was not added to the inventory related to events, event campaign, and though the system does not give place to explain what's going wrong, which is why that is when I explained it in the chat, you know, when they get their automated response. So this is what happens with my inbox message when I couldn't claim my inbox message. And I think a lot of that had to do with them going from a 29-day period, or I guess it's 30 days, it's 29 and some hours, but that longer period going down to 7 days for mail to remain in your inbox. And I think there was some bugs with that. So if you didn't claim your stuff yet, then this is what I use. Hopefully it can help you, but I think a lot of it really has to do with your customer service that you get. Like I said, sometimes you get lucky and you get good ones that give your compensation without hassles. Sometimes you get ones that take a week to give you what you want. But, as long as they are making an attempt to get everything right, I'm happy with it, I guess. Sometimes, even if it takes longer, I'm glad that I'm actually getting this stuff that I deserve from bugs. All right. Anyway, Valley, hope all is well. If you had a choice between Miss Marvel, OG Spider-Man, and Miles, who would you take as your fifth Dark Dimension City? I currently have Ghost Spider, Scarlet Spider, Cloak, Squirrel Girl to go along with all of them, but I'm having trouble in deciding in the fifth. Took Kate, so Shang-Chi as a no-go. All right, Shang-Chi is probably the best one because he fits in that skill section of Doom, and he's a very, very good character. You make your life very annoying for your war opponents if you have a strong Shang-Chi. So Miss Marvel, let's talk about their use outside of Scourge and outside of Dark Dimension. Her use, I guess, is war defense, and I guess the Young Avengers are so good you could use them on Crucible offense or Crucible defense. They're going to help with tower mode, so unlike a lot of the other pure war defense teams, Miss Marvel will actually give you some value. OG Spider-Man is a good character, and out of these three, probably is going to be the best for you inside of Dark Dimension. And if that is important to get through Dark Dimension quick, I think my answer is going to be OG Spider-Man. But when we're talking about outside of Dark Dimension, what you're going to use them for after, I think I like the value with Miles. Not only as a Web Warrior, so you're going to be using him every single day in Doom, he also has that Web Warrior tag, which you could use him when Morgan Le Fay comes back for her Pestilence Scourge event. He also has that Young Avengers tag, which means that you could use him for the Rogue's Famine Scourge event. So for me, my answer would be Miles, but for you, your answer should be whoever you plan to use outside of Dark Dimension the best. OG Spider-Man, like I said, he has the best value, has the best use, or has the most value, specifically talking about Dark Dimension 5, and he does have a Web Warrior, so he's not totally wasted, but I think he's going to have the least value after Dark Dimension, if you're not talking about Doom. So Miss Marvel, Miles go for me, are what I would use, and between Miss Marvel and Miles, based on my usage, I would probably pick Miles. So hope that helps you, but yeah, hopefully these questions that I'm asking you are making it a little more specific for you and not just based on what I would do. All right. Hey, Valley, do you know if Boundless do something about the A Force of Nature? I wasn't able to claim any of the milestones. I sent a support ticket and they sent me BS. They sent me 150 raid energy. Jeez, that is not a good look. Those are milestones for the whole month, and I hope they solve things better than this. I would keep following up with them, Brother Rico, because that is not good that they sent 150 raid energy. That's totally nothing that was related to the event. That's totally nothing related to the milestones that you were unable to claim. So I would keep writing into them. I would keep sending the stuff that you missed if you are aware of what you missed, but send them screenshots. And hopefully you get somebody good that can actually answer your response. I've gotten BS responses before, but I was just persistent in saying, hey, this is not right. This is not what I do. Being polite as well, but just keep with your persistence, and hopefully in that time you get someone following up, someone stepping in that has some good responses that can actually make you whole on what you're missing because of bugs. Valley, what is up? With 2 more Scourge events coming after Rogue, is there a team that you kind of needed that you haven't really invested in but would like to? Mine is Shadowland, and I've invested, I have 2 reds and a 6 red on the team, but I'm holding off on building them because I need the gear elsewhere. So if there was a team that, and we already have some rumors about what these teams are going to be used for, but if it was up to me and just based selfishly on my roster, I think I would have to go with these guys in the game right now, the military skill. And the reason for that is I got lucky with a lot of these red stars. If we look at Yelena, 7 star, that was something pulled. Red Guardian, I pulled a 6 on him. Punisher, I believe I pulled a 6 on him. Black Widow doesn't have a lot. Killmonger, that was a pulled 5. And then Merc Soldier, that is a pulled 6. I pulled a lot of red stars on him. And just for that fact alone, and this is not really thematic or anything, this is just based on my pure roster and my luck with red stars, I would say military skill. Plus, I like the Black Widow movie. I think I'm in a minority of the people that actually watched it and was like, oh, this is a great movie. I think most people are like, it's probably the worst of Phase 4. For me, it was one of the better ones of Phase 4. So I like that. And I like all these pockets as well. So yeah, this is the team that I would build up if it was up to me. What would be the next Scourge? And maybe maybe someone bringing this team together. Maybe the Rachel Weisz character in the movie. I don't know. That's who I would pick though. All right. Hey Valley, hope you and yours are well, brother. You as well, brother Mike. I was wondering, with the Asgardian rework plus the new additions coming next packs, are there any abilities that you would recommend maxing out for either Thor, Sif, or Heimdall? So let's go back to the blog post and take a look at their kit changes that we got announced this past week. Asgardian update. All right, so most of their things are going to be for ward defense, and I'm assuming a lot of the changes that they got added are going to be based on that T4. So what would I do as far as T4 for a dirty ward defense team? All right, so Heimdall, his special, he's clearing 2 negative effects from self and allies. That looks pretty good. I'm assuming you're getting one of the clears without the T4, and then with the T4, you're probably going to get an additional clear. So if that's the case, you probably could skip on this one. And just, I would probably do this T4. It's a passive that affects the entire team. Generating ability energy, that's going to affect the entire team. Heal block is going to fill his speed bar by 20%. It's going to affect him. Asgardians are going to get more accuracy. They're going to gain crit chance. And when they drop below 50% health, gaining death proof speed up for that character. So this is a no-brainer. Anything that affects the entire team, I think are no-brainers. So his passive, Heimdall, that is worth doing, but I would wait until you're actually placing these guys back on ward defense before I do this. But this looks like one to do. As far as Sif, her special, defense up to self and all hero Asgardian allies. This is going to help her survive a little longer. I'm assuming with this T4 is going to maybe do the all Asgardian allies. She probably will get a defense up before that. So I'm not sure if it's worth the T4, but if the T4 does only this, the defense up to herself and Asgardian allies, probably worth it, considering that she is the tank and you don't want her dying very easily, so you want the defense up for there. This one is pretty good. And then like most passes that affect your entire team, these are no-brainers because the entire team is getting more resistance. She's getting spawn, and then when they drop below 50% health, an Asgardian hero ally, she's going to gain taunt for 2 turns, so it's going to help with her. And with her increased stats, her increased health, her increased focus, her increased damage, not as much armor, but that should help her survive longer. And yeah, they're also getting offense up as well. So she's getting taunt, they're getting offense up. And then with the Heimdall special, they're also getting death proof and speed up. So dropping them below 50% is going to be painful. All right, and last but not least, let's talk about Thor. Now, he got the most minimal rework out of all these characters, and because of that, I don't know if any of these are worth T4ing if you don't already have the T4s. I probably wouldn't do a T4 just because of these, but flipping defense up to defense down on his basic, and then extra crit chance for one of his moves. I don't think either of Thor's newly redesigned skills are worth the T4. So Heimdall's passive, yes. Sif's passive, yes. The rest, wait until you're actually gonna place these guys on defense. And speaking of these passives, wait till you're placing them on defense anyway, because I don't know if they're gonna give you value until you're placing them on ward defense. So wait till 6.2 to do these. I don't think you need to do these right now in preparation for this for these reworks coming. And last but not least, our final question of the week is from our brother, the Nature Boy. What is up, brother? I was putting on my Valentino suit and lizard shoes when a question popped into my head. When all the horsemen are released with Apocalypse, do you think their kits will get reworked to synergize with other horsemen, or will Apocalypse bring them all together somehow? Thanks for all you do, my friend. Well, I don't think they're going to get full reworks, and it's just because Scopely's been very lazy in the past. So as far as the minimal amount of effort, I would say no, they're not going to get reworks when they all get released. I think they're going to come together and be tied together and have that synergy because of Apocalypse. So and maybe they will get some minor reworks when this character or other horsemen or other Apocalypse or whatever this team is going to be called. Maybe Apocalypse and his horsemen or something, or maybe it'll be just the horsemen and it'll be kind of like Thanos without that Black Order tag. So maybe they'll do something minor, but I don't see them getting big kit changes. But I do see Apocalypse bringing this whole team together, bringing them some value. that hopefully will be worth collecting all these characters for all these grinding that we have to do to get every single one of these Scourge characters. So yeah, I think a lot of the tie together will be based on Apocalypse. That is it for these questions. Hopefully your question got answered. If it did not, make sure you are on the Discord. The link is down below. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like I said, if you have not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching all the way through. Check out some of the sponsors down below. Check me out on Twitter. I am on there a lot. And make sure you're subscribed so you get all of the new videos when they go up. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow on the live stream. We live stream every single morning on Twitch, so hopefully you see you there. And then, of course, we got the big one, the weekly news update. Usually that goes up on Thursdays, and we have a podcast version of that as well. So I'll see you guys there. Have a great rest of your week. Hulk fist bump, ValleyFlyin out.